It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
There hasn't been much to crow about when we talk about defenders in New Orleans in recent years, but Cameron Jordan certainly is a guy that we should respect.
Is he what they will kind of build around on that line?
Yeah, they have to, because not only is he a good player out on the edge, can work inside a little bit as well, but it's his leadership and his passion for the game that they'll really utilize.
Newton to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Bird. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On first down, it's Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. McCaffrey on the counter, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, here's Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 18 yards the gain for number 18. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
20.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Looking deep downfield. A swing pass caught. Touchdown, Carolina. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Shotgun now for Breeze. It's complete to Flainer. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kobe Flainer, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. He got 29 yards that time.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Well, 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Breeze now on first down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how...
Looking for his tight end Fleeter, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. The tight end Olsen in motion. Now Newton on first down. Finches with a catch over the middle. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Newton now on second down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Greg Olsen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he's brought down. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. It's a gain of 20 that time. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. Here's Breeze to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run here with Ingram. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. They come out here in the eye. And again, it's Ingram. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. A play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again. Luke Kuechly in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Breeze going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the 9th-year man from LSU, Thomas Morstead, on to punt. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The tight end, Olsen, in motion. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. An update from Buffalo. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And the 3rd quarter starts with a run by Ingram. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The motion man here, Fleener. They toss to Ingram. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And Lutz's kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
To throw on second down is Newton. It's caught by Funchess. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 32 that time. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Back to throw, Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Certainly appeared like they had a great chance of that turning into a touchdown, but maybe led him just a bit too much.
Yeah, out of the back of the end zone. And that's tough on a 5-yard pass, but one of that distance, that can be tough to gauge when you're in the back of the end zone. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Newton. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. And they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. He's going to let this one go deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. The play clock's running down. Now Breeze on third down. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on that run. And while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Luke Kuechly able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. He finds Coleman. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. And we're back now in Charlotte, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go to play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling it.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Luke Kuechly. Who else He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. On second down, Ingram. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. K1 Short in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
Kill. Got it.
Now Breeze got to have this one. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. This is McCaffrey on the give. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To throw on second down. Newton throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. Third down here.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, one man's getting the workout so far. It's their kicker. He's 3 for 3.
And it's so important for an offense to have that ace up its sleeve that can come on and make sure a drive ends with points. And he's been perfect so far.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On first down, Breeze. He's going to let it go again. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the gun on third down, Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. And the wideout in motion. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. The Panthers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Gano's kick is right through. They are in the 4th and Buffalo. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
A good pickup there, a 22. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Adams. And some room to maneuver. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory. So for Carolina, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they